Hi, I'm Stephen M. Miller. I write books about the Bible. Most folks have heard the story about Jesus getting so mad that he turned violent for a few moments. He went into the courtyard of the Jewish temple in Jerusalem and chased away merchants there. He flipped tables and used cords as a whip. What do you have to do to get a pacifist rabbi so angry that he storms into your place of business, flips your furniture, and starts beating on you with a whip? Actually, in today's world, I can think of several reasons a rabbi would do that. You could have been playing Hava Nagila with his daughter. You could have cut him off in traffic at sundown on Saturday. Instead of asking for a plate of Hanukkah potato latkes, you could have told him to
pass the hash browns.
But this rabbi was Jesus. He had no daughter as far as the Bible tells it. In traffic, you'd have had to cut him off with a donkey cart, which doesn't seem necessary. As for potato latkes, he probably would have loved hash browns. Bible writers said that Jesus and his disciples went to Jerusalem at the beginning of the last week of his life before crucifixion on Friday. The Bible says that when Jesus got to the temple in Jerusalem, he saw merchants selling their products, cattle, sheep, and doves. He also saw dealers at tables exchanging foreign money. Jesus didn't just say, "Hey, get out of there." That would have been polite. And it sounds more like something Jesus would have done instead of what he actually did, according to the Bible writers. Jesus made a whip from some ropes and chased them all out of the temple. He drove out the sheep and cattle, scattered the money changers' coins over the floor, and turned over their tables. I've never been to a Jewish worship service like that. Not even a Southern Baptist potluck. The closest was a Nazarene church baptism when a teenager surfaced in a snorkel mask. Something pushed Jesus' buttons that day in the temple courtyard. We can only guess what it was. And I know some might be thinking, well, how about cows in the temple? That's a good guess. This temple wasn't like temples, synagogues, or churches today. Jews had lots of synagogues, but only one temple in the world. And it looked like a walled city all by itself. Protected inside the towering walls was a sprawling courtyard built on a hilltop that would hold 24 football fields. That's where non-Jews worshipped God. In the middle courtyard was another walled-off section for Jews only, one for Jewish women, another for Jewish men. The sanctuary was for priests only, no one else. Jews worshipped by offering animal sacrifices. They burned the sacrifices on an altar just outside the sanctuary building. It was BYOC, bring your own critter, but the animals had to pass inspection by the priest. No unhealthy critters were allowed. They had to be healthy to die. Or you could buy what may have been pre-approved livestock conveniently sold right there in the temple courtyard. Priests may well have auctioned the rights for Jewish entrepreneurs to set up booths to sell priest-approved sacrificial animals on temple property in return for a percentage of the profit. Priests not only put their seal of approval on livestock, they left their mark on cash too. Priests at the temple accepted donations only in approved currency. Cue the money changers. They converted coins of the Romans and Greeks and others into Jewish-approved coins, and they made a profit doing it. Priests may have gotten a percentage of that, too, in return for letting the money changers set up booths in the temple courtyard. These merchants were providing a service for worshipers, so it's not clear what got Jesus violently angry. One clue comes in what Jesus said as he drove off the merchants. Quoting prophets who lived hundreds of years before him, Jesus said, "It's written, my house is a place to pray, but you've made it a place to steal." Apparently there was some exploitation going on, perhaps overcharging. Or maybe Jesus simply didn't like the temple morphing into a bustling marketplace because he knew that people needed quiet time to worship God. Priests who were in charge of the temple got even more violently angry than Jesus did. They figured they were the ones who were supposed to call the shots at how the temple was run, it was none of Jesus' business. To them, he was just a flash-in-the-pan rabbi from the boonies of Galilee. Top Jewish leaders started plotting to kill him. By Friday morning of that same week, Jesus was hanging on a cross. He told his disciples it would end like this on this trip to Jerusalem. He knew that when you take on people who will do anything to hold on to their power, they will do anything, because to them, power is everything. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. My mother counts those.
Oh, yes.
If you want to see future videos I produce, subscribe to this channel. And I've got a free Bible blog and the Casual English Bible I've been working on at casualenglishbible.com. Hey, thanks for watching. Peace to you.